Hey, Reed. Hey, Rita. You looking at the camera? Yes. Me and my Rita are going to answer the question. And the question today is, do you have a secret hunch of, I don't know if it's when or how. I think it's how you're going to die. Questions like that make me think of Natalie Wood. Or not like that. That question specifically makes me think of Natalie Wood. It's this actress, and when she was little, she went to a fortune teller or medium reader, something like that, with her mom. And the reader was like, one day you're going to be a famous person, but also you're going to die by drowning. And you want to know what happened? She did become the famous actress, like I just said, but also she did drown. And I've like watched that case multiple times because it's one of those where you're like, oh, who is this again? Oh, right. And then you're like, oh my gosh, this is. I remember something interesting about it was Christopher Walken was also there. When I hear stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I never want to go to a.
Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
Fortune teller or psychic. Yeah, that's what it's called, psychic. Because it's like whether or not that actually happens, like if they tell me something and it actually naturally happens, what if I just hear that and I'm like, oh, that's how things are supposed to go, and so unintentionally I like align my life in a way where that does happen. It's kind of like when you do affirmations in the morning and those little affirmations remind you of who you want to be or who you're going to be, and so then you slowly become aligned with those things that you tell yourself. And so like answering the question of how do you think you're going to die, I don't have an answer because I don't think it's up to me, and I don't want to like say something and then it bring like a bad thing to the universe, because it's like personally, okay, and that sounds hypocritical because I don't really believe in like astrology per se, but am I looking at a horoscope? No, because I'm scared, because what if it is true and what if I'm completely wrong? Or I guess I have like an agnostic idea of astrology.
Once again, Foo Fighters.
Because I'm like, I don't think it's true, because there's like the thought that it's just a pseudoscience, or not a pseudoscience, it's like the Barnum effect, where you just hear something and it's so general that you apply it to yourself, and you just think it's true. Sometimes I see things and I'm like, that is so vague if you take it out of context. But then there's sometimes like I'll read something and I'm like, it is kind of specific, and it seems curated to me, but what if it's something like my phone has the algorithm and it's just picking up information, and so it not only has the information that I'm a Leo, but it also has like all the other information of like the conversations I'm having and the things that I want in my life. So if I see like an astrology thing that seems so perfectly curated, it's like, is it actually because it's astrology or is it because my algorithm? But it's also like, what if I have a conversation with somebody and they're like, oh, based on your horoscope, like this, that, and third. And it's like, well, what if I brought an energy to the space that invited that to be a conversation? Which sounds like contradictory, because it's like astrology is kind of like an energy thing that's out in the planets, and then it affects you. But like there's an internal energy, or I'm talking about an internal energy, and it also sounds a little woo-woo. But I don't know. I also think about tarot too. Like it's like tarot kind of scares me, and hand readings kind of scare me, or that's what's supposed to happen. Because you, like, before I thought I was going to be a ballerina, and I was like, wait, I don't have to. You know what I mean? So I know that I can break away from something that I think is true to my life, but what if it takes like 10 years to realize that? Or what if I never realize that? But the last time somebody was like, oh, could I do a tarot thing? And I was like, I guess. They laid out like these cards, of course. They laid out the cards, and it's like a love reading. And it was kind of weird because I didn't know that I was kind of on a double date. And I feel like, I don't know, don't do that. The person was like, oh, the devil. And that ended up happening. It's very weird. And so I don't think that I could answer the question of how do I think I'm gonna die. Don't look at my, when I blow a wish on a candle for a cake or random fire, I'm taking it very, very seriously. Like every single time that it's like, happy birthday, da 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 to you, I'm sitting there with the cake candle for like 3 minutes, because I'm like, okay, I gotta get it right, because I'm bringing something to the universe. Or like eyelash wishes, I'll sit there for like 2-3 minutes making sure that the wish is specific, because I seen Aladdin. You can't be non-specific with your wish because you'll fuck it up, you know? I think that Donald Trump might have done that, and he just wanted to be rich. But then it got out of hand. Ladders, black cats. Black cats, that seems racist. Ladders, broken mirrors, seems a little reasonable. Tarot thing, and it was like, you will reach success by putting yourself out there and being personable. So, I was thinking about that before filming this video, and I was like, okay, low-key, I gotta lock in. Because there's this other thought in my head where I'm like, okay, people reach success in 10 years' time. If my thing is about being personable and putting myself out there, I really need to be on my YouTube, you know? But I'm like, in 10 years' time, I'm gonna be married to Gabe, and we're gonna have a cool, cute little life. So, I can lock in right now. Rita, did you like that? Yes.
Rita, come here. Come here. Come here, Rita. Rita Lee Productions.